Hi guys, thanks for joining me again in my home techno gym. Please subscribe below to this channel, Inspire Creatives. And if you're really enjoying this video, show me some love and like it. Today is June 29th, 2020, and the movement continues. Yes, I know it's been a while, but I've still been jumping. No worries. I'm going to meet my goal of having 30,000 jumps by tomorrow, which is June 30th. Why did I take a break? I needed one. I needed a mental health break. It's a lot going on in our nation. And look, I am not going to let it drive me crazy. So I still continue to jump, but I just didn't do it on camera. But it's all good because I met my goal. I'm on track to meeting my goal. I will meet it by tomorrow. So let's just get right into it. Last week, the FBI concluded its investigation of the noose that was found in Bubba Wallace's garage, the NASCAR garage that was assigned to Bubba Wallace. And they determined that it was not a hate crime because they found evidence the noose had been hanging since October 2019. Okay. So here's what I was thinking. If I saw a noose hanging in October 1869, I would automatically think that's a hateful act. If I saw a noose in October 1969, I would still think, yeah, that's a hateful act. If I saw a noose in October 2019, I'm still thinking, that's a hateful act. June 2020, I see a noose. Yep, still a hateful act. So I'm not real sure on the logic that the FBI is using to rule out it being a hate crime. Just didn't quite make a lot of sense to me. You share your thoughts with me though. Tell me, do you think it was a hate crime because the noose has been hanging in that garage since October 2019? Does that make it no longer a hate crime? Let me know your thoughts. All right, let's move on to Breonna Taylor updates. Last week, one of the 3 officers who was involved in Breonna Taylor's murder has been fired. Okay, we're getting closer to justice. Not quite there yet because no one has been arrested. So, the people are not happy because there's still work that needs to be done. Keep at it though. Keep at it. I like the direction that you're going in, even though it's slow, but keep on. Thank you. All right. Meanwhile, here in the beloved city of Atlanta, Georgia, we have a case where Rayshard Brooks was murdered in the parking lot of Wendy's off of University Avenue. 2 officers were involved in his death. Both officers have been arrested. And there's been an outcry because as a result of those 2 officers being arrested, several Atlanta police officers came down with the blue flu. Oh dear, I hope they feel better soon. It is being reported that the blue flu was contracted by several officers due to their displeasure with the district attorney not waiting for the GBI investigation to be concluded before he decided that the officers needed to be arrested. So, my question for you, share your thoughts with me in the comments as well. Does the DA with an investigation team have to wait on a GBI investigation to conclude when there is video evidence from multiple cameras? What do you think? Yes or no? Here's another thing related to that case. They were able to arrest one of the people involved in the arson of Wendy's the day after Rayshard Brooks' murder. This person was arrested last week. Now, if you watch the footage from numerous media outlets, you can see that multiple people were involved in vandalizing Wendy's that Saturday, as well as accelerating a fire. So why can't we find the other people that were involved? I find it very interesting that the only person who has been arrested for the arson is a person who has been reported as knowing Rayshard Brooks personally. So why can't we find the other people? Is there a lack of desire to find them? Are we only interested in certain people? Okay, just wondering. The question has been raised to me, do I think the officers in Atlanta should have been arrested? My thoughts are that it was an unfortunate situation for all parties involved. I'm pretty sure when those officers woke up and came to work that day, they did not come with the intentions of, I'm going to kill a black man today. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case. And I'm sure Rayshard Brooks didn't wake up that morning and decide, I'm going to piss off some police officers today so that they can kill me. I think it's unfortunate. I think the entire situation was unfortunate. Should those police officers be arrested? I think, yep. In Atlanta, I've seen people go to jail for far less crimes. As a matter of fact, I was reminded just yesterday how our state sent several educators to jail during the APS cheating scandal. Now, I'm not downplaying the crime of cheating, but none of the educators who were arrested in the APS cheating scandal, none of their crimes resulted in a murder. I'm just saying. So, speaking of education, do you have to be an educator to have understood what Elijah McLain was saying on August 24th, 2019? I ask that because an officer who was involved in his death, who was involved in Elijah McLain's death, said that upon approaching Elijah on August 24th, 2019, that he kept saying things that didn't make sense to the officer. So, help me understand what interfered with that officer's ability to understand Elijah McLain. Was it because he had a mask on? It's not a crime to wear a mask, mind you, but him wearing a mask, did that interfere with you being able to hear the clearly spoken English that Elijah McLain was speaking on that particular evening? Was it his skin color that prevented you from understanding what he was saying? Because I watched the video, the Aurora Police Department video that they have released on their YouTube channel. I watched that video with my eyes open, and I watched that video with my eyes closed. And each time I could clearly understand what Elijah McLain was saying. First thing that he said when he was approached by the police officers is, I am an introvert. Please respect the boundaries that I am speaking. That's what he said. And he said it clear. I don't get why we didn't understand what he was saying. My name is Elijah McLain. I was just going home. I could clearly understand that. After using unnecessary force to get Elijah McLain on the ground and handcuffed, did you, and I'm saying this to the Aurora police officer who said he couldn't understand what he was saying, couldn't make out what he was saying, he sounded crazy. Did you not understand Elijah McLain when he said, I have my ID right here. My name is Elijah McLain. I was just going home. I'm just different, that's all. And he said that multiple times. It also occurred to me as an educator and as a mother that perhaps it had been instilled in him that he is different. and that some people might try to mistreat you because you're different. And he thought, maybe let me just let them know that I'm not a criminal. I'm just different. That's all. He shared with the officers while he's on the ground and handcuffed, I don't do any fighting. I don't even kill flies. I don't eat meat, but I don't judge people. I don't even judge people who do not eat meat. This is what he's saying while he's on the ground, handcuffed. He continues to say, I'm just different. He asks out loud for forgiveness by his murderers. And I'm referring to the officers who approached him and felt the need to put him on the ground and handcuff him for a crime that they still aren't clear on right now. But he asks them while he's on the ground, forgive me. He continued on to say, all I was trying to do was become better. While on the ground, he also said the phrase that we're too familiar with hearing, that goes ignored by too many police officers. I can't breathe. At a point, I think he realized that it's time to plead and negotiate for his dear life by saying, I will do it. I'll do anything. The same police officer who said that, he wasn't making any sense, he used the word crazy to describe what Elijah was saying. And I can imagine that you might have thought that it was crazy for someone to say these other statements that I'm going to share while you're trying to kill him. While on the ground, in handcuffs, not able to breathe properly, Elijah says this to the officers, you are phenomenal. You are beautiful. And I love you. He asked the officers, try to forgive me. Yeah, I might have thought one was crazy if they said that to me as I'm attempting to murder them. Rather than being crazy, though, maybe he was being Christ-like. Prior to his death, he still had compassion for those who trespassed against him. If you had decided that you were going to treat him like a person who falls in the category of all lives matter, had you decided to treat him like that type of a person, maybe you would have asked him, without killing him, do you have a job or hobbies? And had you asked him that, he could have told you then, in addition to I'm different, he could have told you that he was a massage therapist. And his hobbies are playing the violin and the guitar. On his lunch breaks, he would go to an animal shelter and play the violin for the animals. So yes, he doesn't kill flies. He's about the betterment of not just himself, but all. He plays for the animals so that they can be calm and not feel alone. But he felt that it was necessary for them to be in a calm state when people are coming to adopt them. I was happy to hear last week that the governor of Colorado determined that the case needed to be reopened. And it has been turned over to Attorney General Weiser to further investigate. I pray that they do right by Elijah and his family. All right. Let's go to the Smart Rope dashboard. All right, you guys, I'm at the Smart Rope dashboard. Wanted to bring something to your attention. Yes, I am on track. I have accumulated 28,356 jumps. Today is June 29th, and I'm going to be over 29,000 when we complete this workout today. How am I going to do it? Through interval training. I'm going to do 3 intervals. The first one will be 4 sets of 50 jumps with 30 seconds in between. The last 2 intervals will be 4 sets of 100 jumps with 60 seconds in between. And then I will conclude this workout with somewhere between 59 to 60 jumps for justice in recognition of lives that have been lost from 2012 to current day due to hate and or police brutality. All right, let's get to jumping. All right, look, we did it. 1,059 jumps. 1,000 jumps for my personal goal and then 59 jumps for justice. Now, you might have noticed that my camera was not recording for that last interval, but that's okay because we have it documented right here. There's the evidence. 1,059 jumps. We did it. I heard your cheers for me. I hope you heard my cheers for you. Let you know what else I would like for you to do. When it's your turn, if it has not passed already, if you have a primary coming up, please make sure that you take your shot and vote in 2020. We have some more primaries coming up as well as runoffs, and we cannot forget, let's be sure that we do as much research as necessary so that when it's time to vote in November, we can make an informed decision. Cast your vote in 2020. All right, you guys. I hope that you've been inspired to create a better you. I hope that you've been inspired to create a better world. I also hope that you've been inspired to love more and to heal more. I will pray that you continue to be blessed and a blessing to others. Ta-ta for now.